I do not own any short-term rental, neither do you. For past 20 years, I only own long-term rental, and I use property managers to run all my rentals over the years, and many hundreds of our investors that I consult with, that I got with over the years, including yourself, whether you have 5 long-term cash flow rentals spread across different regions of the US or not, whether you have 10, whether you have 15, whether you have 20, by using our turnkey professionally managed portfolios, typically on an average month. Julie, I'm going to ask you this question before we move on with the other tax strategies. On an average month, on your massive portfolio you currently own, and my other investors own similarly, 10, 20, some of our investors over the years that we work with already own 10, 20, 30 or more rental properties, single family homes, duplex, triplex, and fourplex. And the average with the turnkey approach, professional management and all that, what is the average monthly, how many hours you put in to quote unquote manage your massive real estate portfolio? How many hours?
I would say less than an hour. I've gotten it down pretty skilled now. Like I said, we have the 6 properties. We get the rent in once a month. The logging in the paperwork, basically, so to speak, into our computer system so that we'll have all of that information at the end of the year when we file our taxes. It takes me less than an hour now for 6 properties. So it's very low maintenance. I say this every time. I forget that I own property until that check rolls in on the 15th of the month. And then I realize, oh yeah, I have property. So it's very passive.
Julie, I bet you spend more time collecting your multiple checks per month than actual time managing your portfolio.
With the onset of electronic deposit, virtually no time doing that. Like I said, I see the bank statement. Okay, cool. We got it.
Actually, we spend more time in between tenants. When a tenant leaves, the vacancy, the couple of weeks or maybe 1 month or longer, or vacancy between getting a new tenant and fixing up the property, those time could take 1 or 2 hours when there's a changeover of tenants. If all our real estate portfolio, if our tenants does not leave, and many of our tenants, they stay 2 or 3, 4 years at a time. Imagine that.
No, it's great. And like I said, we've had the shorter time maybe than some of your other investor clients have had, but we've only had 2 clients move. And so the other 4 have been very stable, very consistent, same tenants, pay every month. So yeah, it's been a blessing to be able to count on those long-term tenant stays.
Yep. Okay. So having said that, I know I'm all in. I'm not saying don't do a short-term rental, but in fact, if you have a 10, 20-year investment horizon, if you have sufficient capital, I encourage you to do at least 1 short-term rental, whether you're going to qualify for the tax loophole or not. Sometimes, look, Julie, short-term rental, some people don't care about the tax benefit with the tax loophole that we discussed, but it's okay. If they can convert, they can use a short-term rental to pivot into a medium-term rental. We talk about it, even to a short-term rental. So you could, if you have an income property located at a particular location, you can pivot between long-term, medium-term, and short-term.
Absolutely.
And do that, right? And don't even worry about the short-term tax loophole. Because that's the beauty of owning a rental property.
There you go. Nice. Very nice.